are the Sikhs, a loving duty to serve the Creator and the creation, one universal God, an ideal human being, characterized by love, selflessness, integrity, responsibility and accountability, empowered to be an agent for good, one who is armed with both the wisdom and virtue of a saint, together with the courage and fearlessness of a soldier, and promoting religious freedom. And so may I relentlessly continue to do all that is good and right until my last breath.
Our leader, present here this evening, by Sab-ji, my friend Navdeep Singh, distinguished Kenyans and friends from Kenya present here this evening, good evening. Let me welcome, on behalf of the government of Kenya, let me welcome all our guests, all our friends, all our visitors from across the globe. And I want to tell you that while you are in Kenya, there is quite some history. Apart from the fact that today you are going to have dinner at the National Park, please, when you go out, I want to warn you, if you find some lions out there, they are wild animals. Be careful. Nairobi happens to be the only city in the world that has a national park 10 minutes from the CPD. And let me welcome you to Kenya. For those of you, I am told, who have come from Europe, those of you who have come from America, those of you who've come from Asia, when you come to Kenya, you have come home. And you have come home because this is the only destination in the world, the only destination in the world, if you didn't know that you have made history, that is home to humanity. Kenya is home to the first man that was discovered on earth. This is the cradle. This is the cradle of humankind. So when you come to Kenya, it doesn't matter where you come from. This is where we began, all of us, before you went to those other continents. So when you come to Kenya, welcome home. Kenya is the land of history. I will give you a bit. For those of you who don't know, the current monarch in the UK became queen while she was in Kenya. The former president of South Africa, who handed over to Nelson Mandela, his name is de Klerk, was born in Kenya, specifically in my town in Eldoret. The immediate former president of America, of course, has a father from Kenya. So it's good to hang around Kenya. You may not know, you might make some history. And I will tell you how. I'll give you a hint of how you can make history. For the record, many of you who are coming to this continent for the first time, and I'm happy that we have people from all over the world, you're coming to a continent where 7 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world is located. This is Africa. You are coming to a continent where we have the highest return on investment. And you are coming to a continent where we have the youngest population. That tells you you are coming to a continent of opportunity. And specifically, when you come to Kenya, this is the gateway to Africa. I say it is the gateway to Africa because Kenya has signed into the tripartite agreement that brings together 26 countries with an economy of $1.25 trillion. And now, this year, Kenya became the second country in Africa to sign into the Continental Free Trade Area that now consolidates 50 countries of the African continent with a GDP of $2.5 trillion. So if you are looking for that opportunity, the place to start is in Nairobi, is right here in Kenya. And as you've heard from the CEO of Kenya Commercial Bank, this is the country in the East African region with the largest economy. And therefore, if you are looking for a place in this continent that will give you the opportunity to invest, to do business, and to thrive in this continent, you have come to the right address, and you are in the correct destination. And just to mention, to take it further from there, the East African community is the most progressive economic bloc in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm not saying in the continent, I'm saying in the Southern Hemisphere. And I want you to Google and find out. And therefore, for you and for our brothers and sisters who are Kenyan, we are expanding opportunity. The Big Four is a business opportunity. We will shortly be unpacking the Big Four so that you can discover the opportunities to do business, to expand your enterprises, and to create prosperity with the rest of Kenya. And the Sikh community, which I am very privileged to speak to this evening, are an integral part of the progress of our country. Right from the construction of the railway in the last century, actually the century before last, the Sikh community has stood shoulder to shoulder to other communities in Kenya in the progress of our country. And we are very proud of your contribution, not just to our independence, but also to our economic progress. Your contribution is tremendous. Now, as we have been told here, Makan Singh, who's, I don't know whether to call him son, because he's an old man now, right? Is right here with us. Fought side by side with Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and other freedom fighters in Kenya. The first Chief Justice who swore in Jomo Kenyatta came from this community. Mzee Jomo Kenyatta's first driver came from this community. And many, many other distinguished Kenyans who have made us proud came from this community. And I want to echo the words of Christina that you must walk with your heads high up and shoulders held out, knowing that this is your country and you are protected by the Constitution of Kenya. Invest in this country, play your role in this country. You are not second-rate citizens. You are the citizens of this great country. I want to encourage you to be much more robust in your participation in Kenya. You have great examples, like Mzee Haya here, who's done tremendously well in our country. You have great professionals, like the managing director of Toyota, who again today we have recognized this evening. You have great business people who have been recognized this evening. You have great mentors. The time when the Asian community belonged to a political party called Any Government in Power must be behind us. Because you are citizens of this country like any other citizen. Nobody is going to be victimized because of their political persuasion or because of their religious beliefs. We are a country that is democratic, that is free, and we expect that freedom to be enjoyed by every citizen of our country, irrespective of their color, their religion, their race, or where they come from. You must not be limited in any way. And therefore, this evening, I want to say I am very proud to be part of this great evening. And on behalf of the President of the Republic of Kenya, who was unable to attend this event because of other commitments, and I have committed that we will make sure that before Navdeep goes back, he will formally hand over the recognition to the President, because we are committed to the unity of Kenya. As has been said, President Uhuru Kenyatta deserves, in my very honest opinion, the recognition that he has received this evening. I'll just tell you a few things. In the last 6 years of his leadership, we have connected an additional 4 million Kenyans to electricity. In 2013, when Uhuru Kenyatta took over, there were 2.3 million Kenyans connected to electricity. Today, this week, we have 6.8 million Kenyans connected to electricity. Wow. In 2013, when Uhuru Kenyatta took over, we had 12,000 kilometers of tarmac that was built in 50 years. In 5 years, we are building 6,500 kilometers of tarmac in Kenya. Half of what was done in 50 years is being done in 5 years. Six years ago, we had 3.8 million Kenyans that had health insurance. Today, we have 7 million Kenyans who have health insurance, and in 5 years, we want to have universal health insurance in Kenya, meaning that every Kenyan will have a health insurance cover in our country. That is part of our Big Four. And therefore, you cannot possibly discuss the transformation of Kenya without discussing the presidency of Uhuru Kenyatta. And therefore, to the Sikh community, if there is one decision that you have made that is right, and I am not saying the others are wrong, it is because I know the beneficiary more than I know the others. It is the choice you have made to recognize President Uhuru Kenyatta. But while I say that, I want to say congratulations to all the recipients of the awards that have been given here. I am confident and sure that the same adjudicators and the same judges that awarded Uhuru Kenyatta, who I believe is right, are the same ones who awarded all the other beneficiaries. I want to say to all of you, congratulations. You deserve the recognition that you have received this evening. And it is my hope that you will use the recognition that you have received to mentor and to inspire others so that they too can focus on the hard work, on the commitment, and on ensuring that this world becomes, and humanity becomes a better place for all of us to stay. Congratulations to all of you and to the Sikh community. Thank you very much for your contribution to our great country. Asanteni sana.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all.